Good morning. Welcome to this video. I may delete. I want to share something that's pretty important that I've been dreading to talk about, and that's why it's been kind of difficult to even start this video. So thank you for being here. If you haven't seen me in a while, this is exactly why I'm making this video. I've been feeling sad and confused lately about the whole content creation process on YouTube for several reasons, and that led me to wonder if I should stop YouTube altogether. And I will answer that question in the last part. But for now, let me explain to you what's been happening. I've been creating those videos on YouTube on that channel for the past 6 years. Together, if you've watched, I don't know since when you're watching, maybe you can let me know in the comments which video brought you in first, what have you been watching and on my channel, and when maybe did you stop watching? That could be super interesting to know. We had so many adventures, right? In Chicago, in New York City, in Japan, in Iceland, in Polynesia. I was sharing tips, I was sharing tutorials. I am still sharing gear stuff, gear reviews, and really my goal was to share with you my love for photography. It's always been that. Share my love with photography, make it easier for you to actually be good at photography, and share the latest thing I'm excited about. We'll get to the gear part maybe after also, because I've been a little bit disenchanted over the years with gear or companies in general, but that's a different topic. I think maybe others have heard that already. So listen, for the past, I don't know, year, everything's been slowly going down, and sometimes fast, and suddenly, randomly, a video will pop up again, and I'm like, oh, cool. But overall, I've found it extremely frustrating, difficult to actually reach the audience, this community, you, that we've been creating together for the past 6 years. I understand the landscape has changed for YouTube. If you're a creator, if you have a business, if you're even in the consuming side of this social media world, you have to understand that things have changed dramatically. Shorts have been introduced, TikTok came along, Instagram brought Reels, the attention span of people went down, but also there's been more and more competition, more creators, and more concepts. Maybe everything had to be more, I don't know, and now we're going backwards toward content that is slower and more chill. But at the same time, you know, what is strange and what is confusing for us is that we have no one to call to when we're creating those videos. What do I mean by that? I mean that there's not a YouTube algorithm person or a YouTube thing that will be like, hey, we've checked and this is what happened with the channel and the audience is reacting less to that and that. No, it's actually a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 views. This is X amount, 12% of your people have been less interested in watching that, but you don't know why. And then at the same time, you're getting another bell, which is people saying, I never see your videos, how come I love them? You know, and this was so good to see your video. So what foot to dance on? Very, very hard for me to actually know. I feel like being with a 4.5-year-old, with my 4.5-year-old daughters, where you can be laughing and the next second you're crying. And I feel like this is how the YouTube life is right now. And so it's every time I think about publishing a video, I'm anxious now. And I love making videos. I always still love making the videos. I still love sharing the photography I'm making. But I'm dreading the publishing part. It's actually very anxiety triggering. You're like, which title should I find? Which thumbnail? And then it's like, oh, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. And even good concept that you thought would like always were good fallbacks suddenly just won't work anymore. And you're like, okay, which is where, as an artist, as a creator, as an entrepreneur, you always want to go back to, I want to go back to the drawing board. It's not we, it's I want to go back to the drawing board, and I'm ready to reinvent and rethink. But sometimes I need your help, right? And maybe that's one moment where I would love for you to let me know in the comments, maybe what kind of content you've leaned more towards lately. Have you been sucked into shorts, or actually are you still watching long form? What changed, and where did I drop off from your radar in terms of video? Where did you stop? Not me personally, but the channel. When did you stop kind of watching that? Or did you just move everything to Instagram? I don't know. But I'm curious, and I would love to hear from you. And if you have cool concepts or things you want to see more of that you haven't seen, or you want me to try new things, new concepts that I should be like brainstorming around, please let me know in the comments. I'm all yours, and in the sense that I'm super excited to know what you're thinking. And I will say that this community we've been building together, it has been incredible. I've met some of you literally in the middle of nowhere around the world, right? And we've exchanged, and then I've had the privilege to like have a lot of you participate in the 30-day Adventure to Great Photos, a course to helping you take better photos, and seeing your progression has been so fulfilling to me. You know, it's beautiful. I'm learning as much from you as maybe you're learning from me. If not, I probably learn more from that interaction. And at the same time, I want to continue that. You know, I want to continue a little bit this adventure. So do I want to stop YouTube completely? Well, I think about it a lot. I think about it when I see the amount of frustration that goes into creating videos. But now you could kind of spiritually bypass that and be like, don't be attached to the result and to the views and all that. Create for creating. Do what you love. Do it for the love of it. And yes, I agree. But look, I'm paying people to help me in the business, to edit, to respond to emails, to do admin stuff. I have my family also that I'm taking care of. And so I can't just I can, but I'm making the choice to also think about it in a way where I'm like, can I do something that I love and that works at the same time, right? And when I say works, it means it's actually feeding it into where I can keep it sustainable for myself and my family and my employees. And that's so important, you know? I think that idea of like just paint and live off of water and likes and is like, okay, I understand why someone would push that forward. Absolutely, it's a very romanticized idea. But at the same time, look, you can be spending 20 hours on something. How about you try to spend 20 hours on something, doing something you love, but you also know has a way of accomplishing goals that you have. And some of my goals are very simple, you know, but I want to continue building this community. And so for that, I need some of your inputs. And at the same time, someone recently suggested, and I thought it was a good idea. He's like, and if that idea goes through, you'll see a link, the only link in the description where you can check it out. He was like, why don't you just create a Patreon account and have people subscribe to that account, because they will always receive everything you're posting. And then you can make also videos that you absolutely love, that you know won't work on YouTube, maybe something longer, maybe you can break down photos and share that, and even do more frequently lives, because I don't even do them often on YouTube, and you can do them there. And I thought, hey, why not? It could be a good idea. I'm still tweaking with it. If you see a link in the description, it means it's open and you can absolutely join, and I'll make sure you get tons of value out of it. And I will also make sure that you feel my gratitude from taking that step towards creating a tighter community and supporting my work. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, like besides that idea from my friend, I think it comes down to, hey, this platform is changing. You guys are still around, because if you're watching this video, how can we make this better for everyone? And that's what I kind of leave you with. And yeah, I thought, I don't know. Do I want to go longer? I said I would talk about the gear part. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it. But gear has been incredibly boring to review over the past 1.5, 2 years. Lenses are great, cameras are great, they can do everything. And so it's like, how do we balance that, right? It's like, how do I balance being excited about something and then reviewing it? And I think, sure, we can go just scientific, but I just love to test the gear on the field. You know me, you've seen it many times. So if I review gear, I just want to be testing it. And maybe I won't have the same excitement as when it was the very first 360 camera, of the very first GoPro of the very first like 50mm 1.2 lens I was shooting, and that's okay, I guess. But at the same time, I'm feeling less and less inclined to review stuff I'm not excited, or I don't generally get excited about. But I understand like a lot of you may still be asking yourself questions, and you will be excited about that. So it's a strange balance. I think Manny talked about that also. It's like, how do we balance things in terms of excitement when reviewing all that gear? And maybe you don't have to be excited for everything, but still want to try the new gear. It's interesting to see what the technology is. I think for the past 2 years, there's been maybe 3-4 years, there's been a little plateau. And I think things are going to change dramatically, especially with all the AI and everything that's being implemented in cameras and in gear in the future. So I think there will be a big step very soon in the camera world, but we'll see. I don't know what else. At the end of the day, it won't change the pleasure of just grabbing a camera and capturing life around us, documenting life. I prefer to use this word. And yeah, so overall, that's what I literally wrote. That I've been, and I had to journal that. And I wanted to share it with you because I was like, what am I feeling? And I literally was feeling sad and confused about this whole YouTube adventure because so much effort went into it, and lately it's been harder and harder to see where that effort went to. You know, it's almost like you build that castle and the sand castle, and the tide just went in and swiped it off. And it's okay to build it again, but sometimes you're like, damn, that's tough. So I want to thank you for being here. I would like to express my gratitude for you being here, maybe over the years. Again, let me know when you started watching, and let me know anything you want in the comments. I absolutely love every single one of you, and I'm being serious. I love you, you're watching. Thank you for being here. And I even love you, the one who put like weird comments about my photos not being framed properly. That's okay. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Now remember, get out there, go shoot, try something new, try something different, try something new. You'll see I haven't cut this video. We'll see you in the next one. I don't know what it will be, but we're gonna try different concepts. So come with me for the ride and see how it goes.